Hi there, do you know the story of Sarada's birth? If you think it's corny and boring, you are wrong. Their first date was strange and unusual, and I would say very peculiar. It was during the empty period when Naruto anime has ended. The empty period is the time between the end of Hurricane Chronicles and the beginning of Gaiden. The only way to find out characters' actions is to read novels. Although if you look at the age of all children of new generation, it becomes obvious what exactly they were doing back then. Today I will tell you about Sakura and Sasuke, because their story raises quite a few questions for me. It's going to be a fun video, so I hope you will enjoy it. When Sasuke got released from Kakashi's imprisonment, he tells Sakura he's going away on a trip to get in touch with himself and his feelings. Then Sakura asks him if she can join him. He says that he can't take her with him and points at her forehead with a promise to return. Although Itachi has always said mata kondoda, and it means path of rejection, or maybe next time, Sasuke said mata kondona. It means completely different thing, until next time we meet. It means that he accepts her feelings and will try to sort out their relationship during his trip. We know that Sasuke had soon returned to Konoha when he said, "I'm back, Sakura." This part is confirmed by what Karen has said in Gaiden about Sakura and Sasuke traveling together, and Sakura giving birth to Sarada in one of the Orochimaru shelters. We understand that when Sasuke has left Konoha for the second time, she was able to talk with him about going with him. During their trip together, they created Sarada. Please don't ask me how it happened, but judging by Sasuke's reaction, it becomes evident that Sakura's pregnancy has really shocked him. Moreover, they were pretty far from Konoha's hospital at the time. Sasuke was obviously not very happy with Sakura's pregnancy, and you could see that in his behavior when three of them have returned to the Hidden Leaf. After these events, he only lived for 3 years with Sakura, after which he left the village. According to Sarada's memory, we think that he left when she was 3 or 4. Based on the hero's age, we can say that Sakura was 16 at the end of the 4th Great War of Shinobi, and she turned 20 at the end of the Hurricane Chronicles, and the beginning of Gaiden in the final arc of Naruto series. Right at this time, Naruto and Hinata had their wedding. According to Naruto novels, they reunite in Konoha by the end of both stories. After these events, when Sasuke leaves the village again, Sakura is able to talk with him about going with him. Sarada's birthday is 31st of March, and Sakura's birthday is 28th of March. Naruto and Hinata's wedding was celebrated on Sakura's birthday when she turned 20. The proof is the note from Sasuke where he says congratulations to her. There is a 9-month pregnancy period before a woman gives birth. Suppose Sarada was born on time. Then Sakura got pregnant approximately in June, few months after Naruto and Hinata's wedding. So when Sarada was born, Sasuke was 20 and Sakura 21. If Sakura wears Uchiha's emblem, it means they got married, right? It must be. Or at least I hope that Sasuke had enough decency to marry Sakura after getting her pregnant. Although Sakura could be the concubine with a child, trying to legitimate herself by wearing the Uchiha emblem. It could explain why Sasuke didn't return at home for 10 years and told his daughter later, whom he didn't recognize, that he was with her mother only because of her birth. I mean, what a gentleman. Still, Sarada carries Uchiha's name, and everyone acknowledges Sakura to be Sasuke's wife. Also, Naruhina's wedding wasn't shown in the manga, only in the anime, so we can say with confidence that Sasuke and Sakura also could have legitimated their marriage, even if it was just a small dinner with few guests. But don't you think their relationship has ended at that? Did you know that meeting of Sasuke and Sakura only lasted 2 minutes? I'm terrified to consider how they managed to create Sarada when even a simple, harmless date was interrupted by the ridiculous awkwardness between them. I guess that may be one time they got really drunk and that's how Sarada was born. Well, why not? I don't see any other explanation because usually they have a hard time being close to each other. Plus, after getting married, Sakura continued blushing around Sasuke. During all Boruto series, I saw twice Sakura blushing around Sasuke, and she wasn't even talking with him at the moment. Now imagine what happened when Sakura told him about pregnancy. I'm sure Sasuke felt very awkward and confused at the moment. People often say that Sarada and Sasuke have a brother and sister kind of relationship. And I must agree with that. Sakura actually looks very young, and she doesn't have any maternal authority in her family, like Hinata for instance. There are still people out there who think that Sarada's real mom is Karen. Especially for those who think this way, I want to tell you the following. The manga shows Suigetsu swapping the DNA samples when there was a question about Sarada's biological mother. Karen was the one who helped Sakura during birth, so Karen can't be the biological mother of Sarada. Also, Karen is the one who keeps Sakura's umbilical cord. It's a weird custom, to be honest. I think it's a sign of goodwill and friendship between Karen and Sakura. They were both tied by the love of the same guy at the birth of Sarada. The story's point is that a bond doesn't have to be blood related, just like the family. Karen and Sakura now respect each other, and the umbilical cord must symbolize that. However, it's possible that it sounds a little scary or weird, but a fact is a fact that keeping the umbilical cord is the symbol of a bond. If Sasuke had a child with Karen, would it be more potent than Sarada? Karen was pureblood Uzumaki. The clan was known for its strong vitality and endurance. Nagato could only use the Rinnegan because he was Uzumaki, in other words, the one who could allow himself to handle him. The Uzumaki clan is one of two clans descended from the Ashura and the other from the Senju clan. If Sasuke and Karen had a child, he would have had vast chakra reserves, along with solid vitality and stamina, which would let him use the Sharingan by maximum, without suffering from some types of shortcomings. Not only that, but the child could have had vast chakra reserves, and he or she would have probably opened Uchiha's full potential. Unfortunately, or not so much, Sasuke has used Karen as a tool. He wasn't grateful to her for being so helpful, and compared to Karen, Sakura was the only one who heard from him "thank you." Sasuke is not like other manga heroes. He does not express his emotions in facial expressions, his body language, or during speech. He does not say what he thinks when it comes to feelings. He doesn't know how to guide his feelings in a different direction except for anger and disappointment. But it doesn't change the fact that Sasuke couldn't tell Sarada that he loves her, or he's sorry that he didn't recognize her. We see that he obviously has inner conflicts regarding this matter, but he doesn't say anything to Sarada. As always, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.